pondering, thinking about where it all went wrong. 2 playoff attempts, 2 failures. How much longer can this go on? Will we ever make it out of League One? Yes. Yes, we will. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 29 of the Sunderland Till I Die series here on Football Manager 2021. And of course, it is a new season, new aspirations, but unfortunately, we are going to be spending our 3rd year in a row in League One, and hopefully it'll be the last. But of course, if you are enjoying this series or any of the episodes that I have released on this channel, make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, hitting that notification bell, because fingers crossed, I might be releasing a new series that will run alongside this one in the next few weeks. So it's more important than ever that you're hitting that notification bell to be alerted when these videos are released. Now let's get into what's been happening in the summer. Players have left, players have come in. I'm confident. I'm very confident. I cannot wait to destroy League One, and we're going to be laughing along all the way through. It's going to be bloody fabulous, viewers. I've just realised, viewers, before we carry on, little thing, a little bit strange. The financial graph above me makes it look like I've got a party hat on. I mean, if I go over here, I have a bigger party hat on. I mean, it doesn't fit my head really, and I am at a bit of a slant. But if we go here, it looks like I've got a little party hat on. I mean, what am I doing? Some of the things I spot is truly remarkable, honestly. What is going on? What? Before we go on to the transfers that have been made, the ins and the outs, as promised, I am going to go through a few of the competitions that we briefly went over in the previous episode. So the Champions League winners in the end was Manchester United, who did beat... I can't remember who they beat. They beat Real Madrid 2-1. Marcus Rashford getting both goals and Harry Maguire getting scoring an own goal for Real Madrid. And Casemiro getting sent off very, very early on in the game. So Manchester United absolutely loving life, and Solskjaer still in charge. More of a legend than he already was. So what about the Europa League? Let's have a quick look at the Europa League. See who has won that. If it loads... It loaded eventually, viewers, but it was Chelsea that did get themselves the Euro Cup trophy and beating, once again, completely forgot who they were against. It was RB Leipzig, where they also got a man sent off. Leipzig getting themselves a man sent off. Pulisic pulling one back to draw things level very, very late on in the game after Poulsen puts Leipzig ahead. Once again, very, very late on in the game. And Tyler Adams getting himself off in the 90th minute. What a silly fool. What a silly, silly fool. Right, what about the Europa Conference League? What are we looking at here? Hopefully this will load. It's not, so I'm going to have to skip again, viewers, for God's sake. Okay, so finally, on to the Euro Cup 2. It is Roma that were able to get themselves a win, and they were against Wolfsburg, where there wasn't any sending it off for once, but it did go to extra time, where Zanolio and Cristante got themselves goals to give Roma a lovely European trophy there. But of course, if there is anything you'd like me to look at from last year, anything that I potentially might have missed, make sure you put it in the comment section. I'll definitely show it in the next episode. So let me know and I will oblige. But of course, the main thing that we are going to want to be focusing on in this episode is going to be the transfers. And there will be a match in today's episode. We will be playing the first game of the season. But we are going to be focusing on the ins and the outs for the next few minutes. We're going to go to the outs first, and then we'll go to the ins, because the players that I brought in, I'm really excited about, and I feel like I want to talk a little bit in depth about them. So the major players that did leave us this summer, the main man being Alberne Janamaji. Of course, he was a little bit of a mainstay in our squad, especially throughout the first and second year. First year more so, where he played 26 games, and then the second year he sort of fell off a little bit. He didn't really fit into my plans. Obviously, with Hughes and Dunn forming a formidable partnership, it was very difficult to put him in the side. So letting him go on a free, I am slightly disappointed, because he was a really good player and he was a good backup in that position. So, of course, we did have to replace him to make sure that we weren't left short in the centre-back position. And then the only other player was a Luke Chapman. I don't actually think he played for me once. He didn't. So not anyone really of significant value. So not many players leaving us. Of course, in terms of the loans, I did mention it last year. Pellegrini and all them people did leave us. So Pellegrini, Ben Woodburn, all the loans from last year, Vokins as well, all did leave us in the end. So we've not brought any of the players from last year that are on loan back to us. So we're looking for a complete refresh. And I think we've got a very, very strong side coming into this year. And we're going to go into the ins. And we've got 5 players. And there's one in particular that I'm quite excited about. Unfortunately, he is injured. So good start. You might have briefly seen it when I went onto the squad page. But I am going to be attempting to change our tactics going into this year. I feel like we need a little bit of a refresher in terms of the tactics that we are going to be deploying in every game. So if you did see it, you know what's coming up. If you don't, make sure you stay tuned and you'll be able to have a look in just a little bit. But the first player that we did bring in, and all of these are on freeze as well, so really, really good transfer business from me, in my opinion. This guy was from Independiente, I think is how it's said, from Argentina. And we brought him to League 1 worth 2.3 million already, only 24 years old. So really, really good immediate value so that we can potentially sell on in the future. But yeah, this guy, deep line playmaker primarily, really, really well-rounded. There's not really a major negative to this guy's game. He can do pretty much everything pretty well. The only thing you'd probably say lacks in is stamina and his tackling. You look at his finishing and dribbling, but where we're going to be playing him, he doesn't really need to have them attributes in abundance. But yeah, this guy can play centre-back if needed, so some good versatility. Can play defensive midfield and in the centre of midfield as well. So, you know, versatility, very, very well-rounded. Can do a job in all 3 of them positions pretty well. So this guy's probably going to be a starter for me based off the formation that we are playing. And he's also got a bit of potential to grow into as well. So really, really excited about Mr. Carlos here. So then the next guy from FC Bayern. Yes, you heard that right. Bayern Munich. We got someone from Bayern Munich, from Germany, and you might have heard of him before. I'm not too sure if you consider him a well-known name, but I feel like quite a few people will know this guy, and it's Oliver Batista Herrera. Really, really good player. Unfortunately, he is currently injured with a hamstring strain, only 4 to 8 days, so it's not going to be too long. Unfortunately, he is going to miss the first game of the season. But this guy, holy smokes, am I excited for Mr. Oliver here. He looks really, really good. And he's very, very versatile as well. And he's got a lot of potential to move into. And he's only 21 years old. This guy ticks a lot of boxes. The only negative, physicals are okay. And the work rate puts me off a little bit. But everything else makes up for his negatives. As you can see, he can play pretty much anywhere in the attacking positions. He can play everywhere. The only position he can't play that well is striker. We're going to be playing him in the centre of the park. So maybe you've got an idea of what sort of tactic I'm going to be playing. But if we're looking at his attributes, dribbling, finishing, first touch, passing technique, vision, teamwork, flair, he's a defender's nightmare. And we need to build our squad around this guy. Because if we can get the most out of this man, we're going to be in a really, really good place. And I'm fully expecting him to light up this league this year. Fingers crossed if everything goes well. But once again, on a free, which is ridiculous. He did play regularly. Well, I would say regularly. He did play a few games for Bayern Munich as well. Getting a 7.25 rating within 4 appearances. So, exciting times to be a Sunderland fan right now. The next man was Ibrahima Kambembe. I think that's how you say it. I'm not too sure. Answers on a postcard. If you know how to say it, help me in the comment section. So this guy, defensive midfielder, an abundance of midfielders. Once again, you might have an idea of the tactics I'm playing. This guy is more of a defensive rock. 21 years old, once again, potential. Lots and lots of potential. So I wanted to bring in a midfielder that I feel like we lacked quite a bit last year in the first season. And that was someone that could defend. Someone that didn't need to do any attacking. We could just put him on the pitch and just tell him, don't do anything, just stop the ball going anywhere near our defenders. And I think this guy is the person that we have been looking for a few years. He's only 21 years old, worth 400k already, and I want to get this guy in the first team as much as I can. It's going to be difficult, but if we are struggling and leaking goals, this is someone we can bring into the side and hopefully can shore things up a little bit. So the next man was from PSG. He is on loan, and it's Arnaud Calumindo. He is a striker, really, really good striker. Absolutely fantastic piece of business from myself, if I must say. Yeah, really, really good. First touch, finishing, dribbling, composure, fantastic physicals. He's got potential and pretty well-rounded in terms of the attacking area. He can't play anywhere other than striker, although I'm not really too bothered about that because I'm going to be just wanting him to score goals for us. He was on loan at Antwerp, where he didn't play a single game, which is a little bit strange, but he has played one game for PSG, so clearly PSG see a lot of potential in this man, and hopefully we can unlock that potential and get him firing in the Championship. In League One. What? I'm already saying him in the Championship, in League One. And the next one is, as a Liverpool fan, I will remember this guy pretty vividly, is Jordan Rossiter. I believe he went to Rangers. He did. He went to Rangers, and I remember when he went to Rangers as a Liverpool fan. But once again, another defensive midfielder. What can I say? What can I say? We needed an abundance of midfielders. Got him on a free once again. A lot of potential to me. Obviously, like, I'm talking about potential, right? But this potential might go down when we eventually progress in the leagues. But once again, someone that is very, very good as a defensive midfielder. He can also play deep line playmaker pretty well. So he's a little bit of a mixture of both playmaker and a rock in the middle, in the front of the defence. So yeah, hopefully this guy can do a job. Only 3-star. He's reported as a good player for Sky Bet League One side. So we are looking pretty good. But look at it. Look at it. There, the transfer's done. Look at the formation, viewers. Oh my God. That's right, viewers. That is right. I've just realised there's a few players here that weren't mentioned on my transfers for whatever reason. Why was it? Unless I brought them. I brought them in last year, of course. So, okay. So there are a few others, sorry. So the next man was Josh Harrop. Once again, very, very well-rounded player. Can play multiple positions really, really well. He can play defensive midfielder, which is a little bit bizarre. But he can play across the attacking line, play midfield, and once again, very, very well-rounded. He is on loan. He played regularly for Bristol City. They bought him for 500k and obviously didn't see enough in him to play him more regularly, and I've sent him over to League One. And then Adrian Marin, who I'm very excited about, a left-back, an attacking left-back, where this season I am going to be looking to make the most of my fullbacks. Our fullbacks of last year and the year before weren't great, so I'm hoping Adrian Marin here can create stuff from the flanks and get some absolute deadly balls with that 13 crossing, 13 technique, off the ball flair. So he's going to be a nightmare for defenders if we can make this guy tick. And then the next man we did buy for actual money, Matt Olasunde, for 425k. That's right, we bought actual players for actual money. And this guy, a right back, another attacking fullback, American. Once again, very well rounded. You can really see what I'm aiming for this year with attacking fullbacks. You can see what I'm trying to focus on. You can see I'm trying to outscore teams, and that is going to be the goal for this year. Outscoring teams, doesn't matter if we concede 3, I don't care, as long as we score 4, because we got so many draws last year. We don't want to be having that many draws again this year. So that is my thought process behind the players that are brought in. Now, if we go back to the shock value, I'm going to kindly ask that you all go, oh, in shock, okay, as we go to the tactics. Ready? Right. 3, 2, 1. That is the tactic we're going to be playing. I know. Absolutely shocking. I can't believe it. You're all shocked. I'm shocked. I'm a bloody maverick in football, honestly. They're not going to know what's hit them. But my reasoning behind using this tactic was from a comment in my previous video. That will be on screen here. Yeah, here. From Rose, who did recommend to do a 4-3-2-1. And that's what we are going to go with. As you can see, it's really attacking. It's going to leave us a little bit exposed at the back. But I have full faith in the likes of Hughes and Dunn to be able to mop up any danger. And with Lee Burge, who had a fantastic year last year as well. I'm fingers crossed this will work. If it doesn't, I'm going to be panicking. So, yeah, fingers crossed it does. We'll have to wait and see. So if we have a look at the media preview, as you can see, there is a lot of pressure on me this year from the media, who expect us to absolutely storm the league. So we're expected to win it quite comfortably. Yeah, so no pressure on me whatsoever. Oh, God, if I don't win the league, this could be an absolute disaster. As long as you get promoted, that is the main thing. Unfortunately, we don't have many players in the Dream 11, only Dawn and Marin. Every other player is from different sides. But, yeah, the media have a lot of faith in me. Do the board. The board are expecting us to reach the playoffs again at a bare minimum, and I feel like we can do that. We can reach the playoffs pretty easily, I feel like. The main thing is that are we going to be able to win the league? Are we going to be able to get automatically promoted? Hopefully we will. But then we look at the finances, 4.5 million overall balance. So we're back in the positive. Hopefully we won't go too far into the negative this year. Obviously, if we get promoted to the championship, that'll help our finances massively. And with the players I brought in, their resale value is high. So we can look to sell some of the higher value players maybe next season if we get a big offer for the likes of like Jimmy Dunn, Sam Hughes, George Dobson, who I am having a lot of offers for. We have been able to keep Fraser McKenna as well, which I'm shocked by. A lot of teams were coming for him, a lot of offers. Thankfully, we've been able to basically say, you're staying forever, you don't have a choice in the matter. And he's like, all right. But of course, in today's episode, we are going to be playing our first league game in the season. And since you were last here, we of course had a fantastic pre-season where we won every single game. We didn't lose a single game. Everton won 1-0, drew against Celtic. But we did have a Carabao Cup first round game against Lincoln away from home. First round where we were able to get through on penalties. This was the first time that I tested the tactic, and it went very, very well with 17 shots, 11 on target, 1.5 expected goal difference. Unfortunately, they did score in the 82nd minute, so very late on in the game, after we did take the lead through Embleton in the 34th minute, and we were able to get through on penalties. Unfortunately, we didn't have that luck last year, did we? No, we didn't. Maybe we're getting better at penalties. Maybe that's the case. Probably not, let's be honest. For one, we're an English team. We never do well in penalties. But yeah, we're going to go into the game today. It's against Bristol Rovers, who did get relegated from the Championship. So this is going to be a big test against the Championship side, or a team that was in the Championship. It's going to be difficult, but I have full faith in our team, our tactic. You know what? I have faith in me for once, viewers. I have faith in me. I've decided, viewers, we're going to name this tactic, and we are going to call it the Arrow. Very creative, I know. What can I say? I should basically be on Art Attack. Not that that has any relevance to this video or football in general, but creativity, viewers. Creativity. The Arrow. Alex's Arrow. That's what we're going to call it. Alex's Arrow. Right, going into today's game, this is going to be your full 11. For the first time in the third season here at Sunderland, it's going to be Lee Burge in goal, Bailey Wright, Jimmy Dunn, Sam Hughes and Adrian Marin as your back forward. George Dobson, Benavidez, that's not going to get any easier to say. Jordan Rossiter as your midfield trio. And then Josh Harrop, Elliot Embleton. This isn't going to get any easier either. Calimuendo as your attackers. Fingers crossed we can get off to a very, very strong start. I would love it. Not going to lie, I would absolutely love it. And that would make me so much more confident going into this year. Although I am very confident anyway, naturally there is an element of I'm absolutely bricking it on every single level that we could maybe lose our job and this save come to an end. I don't know why I've gone to the tactics like I'm going to change anything. Right, first team talk in the third season. How's it going to go? Let's have a quick look. Let's individually sort it. Yes, they all have respect for me, viewers. 3 seasons in, they all have respect for me. Here we go, viewers. Let's go. Come on, boys. Now, I'm not too sure how this tactic is going to perform in a league game. Obviously, we were able to win in the cup first round. I forgot who we played now, which is really bad of me. But it'd be interesting to see how this performs. Of course, I've never played anything like this on my YouTube channel in general. I've never experimented the tactic like this. So if it goes well, I'm the self-proclaimed tactical genius of Football Manager. So, you know, if it doesn't go well, I'm going to blame someone else and hope that it goes away and then revert to a gegenpress as we decide to go Stoke City, etc. in Bristol, and hump it up the pitch, as, I mean, that is a ridiculous goal kick. I don't know what he's done there, but thankfully we have the ball. It looks like it's going to be a chance for the Sunderland boys. Dobson, lovely play, as we do unfortunately give away possession very easily, and I do go back to the keeper. Is the keeper going to absolutely screw it up? He doesn't. It goes a little bit safer to the left back. Hanlon. Are we able to get a tackle? We're not. Hanlon's able to run free pretty easily, but it's well defended by Marin. Absolutely demolishes it up into the pitch. Unfortunately, Bristol Rovers do have the run on us here. Nicholson, he's going to get a cross in, and he doesn't. He passes it back. Kilgore, it's a ball in. Brandon Hanlan with a goal. 30 minutes into the game, in front of the fans, he runs to the fans, jubilant and absolutely delighted with his first goal of the season, and it's poor defending from us at the back post. I don't know where the keeper's going. He makes an error of judgment and doesn't get anywhere near the man. He fails to commit to go and get the ball, and unfortunately that does result in us conceding, as, who's this? I've got what his name is. Right at the right back, unfortunately isn't able to get above the attacker, and we're 1-0 down 30 minutes in, and it looks like there's going to be another chance for Bristol Rovers unless we're able to get the ball. Westbrook. It's an interesting ball. It goes over everyone's head in the penalty box. Koki. Oh my God, that was terrifying. Holy smokes. Right. We're not playing well, which is a little bit of a concern, considering that this is our first game of the season. We are not able to... I don't know what's just happened, but that was bizarre. Nicholson, a good save from Burge. I mean, it froze halfway through the highlight, but I thought we got the ball, to be fair. I must say, once again, the stands are absolutely packed today, and you love to see it. As we do get the header out, are we able to go on a bit of a counter-attack? No. FM just goes, no, you don't. You're going to be disappointed. It's all right, FM. I've been disappointed for 2.5 years, mate. I mean, we've just had a lot of chances very quickly. Unfortunately, there weren't anything significant. 1-0 down. Half time. We need to change something. I don't know what that's going to be, if I'm completely honest with you. Maybe we need to change this guy to a deep line forward. And change you to a box. Have a box-to-box, sorry. And then maybe go a little bit more positive. Pass into space. Go a bit more narrower. Maybe that might be the way to go. As we do start the second half, we need to create something. I don't think we've had a single chance as of yet, as we are unfortunately bottom of the league. So it's a great start to the season. I mean, Bristol Rovers are a good side, but it's disappointing if we do lose our first game. That will be mightily annoying. As we do... Well, we're going to have to make some subs. Right. I don't really have anyone I can bring on, to be fair. Right. Josh Harrop's on a poor game, so we'll bring on Alex Pritchard as that. Try and get the ball a little bit. Try and go a little bit higher in tempo. I don't really care about possession. I care about results, as we do have a set piece. Pritchard is a big ball. Sam Hughes! Oof. I mean, it didn't ever look like going in, but at least we're having chances, as we are. It's been very even in terms of stats. Right. We're going to have to change something, aren't we? Maybe to press them a little bit more. Maybe we need to focus in through the middle. Let's focus the ball through the middle. Get our key players on the ball, maybe, as we are coming closer to full time, and this is not looking good for us here. What do I change? Maybe go wider. Let's just go wider, see what happens. As I think this is just going to be a typical, there's a highlight. I mean, I don't know why he hasn't gone for the ball there. It looked like we were going to get to it, as Handland is on the ball. It's a great tackle from Dobson. Goes flying in like a bloody plane. And he's able to get the ball, thankfully. That would have been a red card if it wasn't. As a potential counter-attack here from Pritchard. Right-hand side. Is he going to be? He's going all the way, it must be said. Is it going to be a penalty? Oh, it's blocked well, though, by their defender. There's a potential corner, potential chance here. It is set piece. No, it's not. No, it's not. That was disappointing. That's 2 minutes to go as we do lose. God damn it. Right. We do lose our first game in the third season. Oh, please don't do this to me now. I can't be dealing. Right, that's so frustrating. Right, whatever, it's fine. It's only our first game. Plenty plenty of time to go in the season, obviously, with it being our first game of the season. But that, unfortunately, doesn't give us the fantastic start that we wanted. And does leave us rock bottom, the bottom of the league. Of course, that could change depending on other teams' results. But where are we going to come back to? I sort of want to go pretty quickly. Not going to lie. Through the season, I don't want to be spending like 10 episodes a season again. I want to get into the championship, and hopefully, if we do, we can slow things down a bit. So I think we're going to come back for the Rotherham game. Yeah. So we've got what, 6 games, 1 Carabao Cup. So 7 games overall, so plenty of time to see how this tactic's going to work. But of course, if you did enjoy today's episode, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. But stay safe. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, and I'll see you in episode 30. Goodbye.